pulled in a series of coordinated, devastating terrorist attacks. It began when a jet airliner, one of 4 planes hijacked earlier in the day, crashed into one of the towers of the World Trade Center in New York. At first, it appeared to be a terrible accident. Moments later, though, the truth dawned that the country was under siege. Our Washington correspondent, James Mates, has been following the terrible developments in the United States.
On the side of the building and billowing.
A day that will live in infamy. 11th of September, 2001. 60 years after Pearl Harbor, the United States is again the victim of a brutal surprise attack. This time the aircraft are hijacked airliners, the targets, the very symbols of American financial power.
5 miles from the site of this absolute disaster, we cannot...
A tragic accident or a deliberate attack, as a second aircraft in the top right-hand corner here flew towards the Twin Towers. There was no longer any doubt.
Loss. I mean, do you know if there were many people in the building?
Oh, another one just hit. Something else just hit. A very large plane just flew directly over my building, and there's been another collision. Can you see it? I can see it on this shot.
Oh my!
An image that will remain forever seared on the American consciousness. A passenger jet full of people being flown deliberately into one of the world's great skyscrapers. On the streets below, utter pandemonium. From up in the towers, the heartbreaking sight of people trapped above the flames, almost 1/3 of a mile high, waving desperately for help that would never, could never arrive. Less than an hour after the attacks, one of the towers finally succumbed to the blast and the flames.
In blood. It looks like a lot of them were either on the floor of one of the exchanges. There's actually, oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
We're not sure exactly what happened, but it was another explosion on the far side of one of the buildings from where we're standing. The entire top of the building just collapsed. You can see the plume of smoke is coming in our direction. Let's get out of here, Ralph. We're going to leave because of...
There is no indication how many people were evacuated before the collapse, nor of how many emergency service personnel may have been caught up in the millions of tons of falling concrete, steel and glass. A few minutes later, the second tower began to crumble. "50,000 people work in the Twin Towers. 150,000 visit them on an average day. It beggars the imagination how many people may now be lying dead in the rubble of Lower Manhattan.